Hey everyone, Coach Shannon here. I just wanted to do a quick video to share about the awesome things that me and a client are working on together. I've been working with him for several months now. We started working together when he was preparing for a last man standing ultramarathon. And, we've just been knocking off goals one by one, practicing mental strategies and tricks and things like that ever since. And it's been really fun to work with him and to follow his progress and kind of be a part of that. So let me share a little bit about what we've been doing. Oh, and for that last person standing, he did run the furthest that he's ever ran. So that was really awesome too. All right, so after that, we decided that we wanted to work on it was his idea, but I supported it, of course. But having journal activities. So journaling about his running. And one thing we really focused on, and I wrote him up some journal prompts for the pain cave, because that was a big topic and thing that we were discussing, is how to work in that pain cave and just like his approach, what he had going on there with that. During after our check-in, maybe like we talk about doing journaling, whatever he wrote about. And then another thing that we've been working on, as you can see, I'm reading from his notebook. I wrote down everything we're going to talk about next. But we, we recently dove into practicing disassociative focus and associative focus strategies for both his training and his next ultramarathon. We looked at like his upcoming run that he's going to do, and it's going to have a lot of vert. He was talking about aiming for around 10,000 feet. And we were kind of just talking about those like different focus strategies and applying those. We talk about things like that. And then we went into chatting about thought stopping, which is a technique that I teach a lot of my counseling clients, and it is perfect for runners and stopping those negative, distorted, and anxious thoughts that we might have during training or racing. So practicing the thought stopping using the THINK acronym. And then another thing that I do a lot with the people I coach, and him and I are going to touch on this other stuff maybe next, we'll see, is mindfulness and more on mental imagery. We've done a good bit with that, but I just want to hit those details a little bit better to get us really specific. I suppose bouncing off of like that thought stopping and dealing with the negative thoughts that we have as runners, looking at this one quote that I have that talks about like paying attention to our thoughts and then paying attention to our self-talk and our habits and like how all of those things go. So like, motivational quote. I like to apply stuff like that every once in a while. But then, also looking at cognitive distortions, and then what do we do with those negative, distorted thoughts? Well, we reframe them into something realistic. And sometimes people call that positive thinking. I like to call it cognitive reframing or cognitive restructuring. I do a lot of that in my counseling work with people, especially people who have anxiety and PTSD, eating disorders. But thinking positively is a byproduct of usually, thinking more realistically. So got that. And then I would like to look at emotional freedom tapping with him, which is just like a mind body, kind of bring the body into it a little bit more and do some tapping, stuff that's going to help boost confidence and self-esteem. Just a little extra thing there. Videos. We've watched something on the Pain Cave, and we've discussed like pain versus suffering, the difference, and applied that to what he's noticed during his long training runs and his races. Also talking about like other like run resources and videos, like what are some things that elite runners don't do, that maybe a typical runner does, so looking at stuff like that. And then of course I have just my general mental wellness resources that I want to keep passing along to him. But yeah, that's kind of like what I've been working on with this person. It's been amazing working with him, and just getting to do that and be along on his run journey. And he's got 2 races coming up, so got 50K, then we're jumping up to 100K. It's pretty exciting stuff. So anyway, I wanted to share that, let you guys know what we've kind of been working on, what things are going on here with my coaching. And if you think that this sounds good, reach out to me and let's see if we would be a good team and be able to tackle your goals together. All right, guys, take care. Bye.